So this is my very first attempt on making rye bread at home. And I tell you what, I was impressed. If you like to see how I've done it, the video is coming up. Hi beautiful people, let's start with the ingredients. We need dry yeast, salt, our 100% rye flour, no additions, completely whole, nice and healthy, a little scale, digital scale, molasses or any kind of treacle that you would have at your kitchen, and all the goodies that we will need to do our bacon. I tell you, the right way of doing rye bread is to use sourdough, but I use the dry yeast. So we start with weighing in our flour. I used milk, not water. Added some sugar into it, and the milk made the bread really fluffy. I added my yeast. I left it for about 10 to 15 minutes in room temperature, and you start seeing the bubbles, the nice smell of the yeast coming to life. And look at it. Once we have it ready and alive, bubbling, I weigh in 10 grams worth of salt, a little bit more, a little bit less, is fine. Added into our flour, mix everything together. And now we add our milk and our yeast into the flour and start mixing. And I tell you something, this is not an easy job. I've also added here the molasses. You could add about a couple of tablespoons. It adds really nice color to the rye bread, the way we know it, and also nice smell and flavor. Working with this flour is not easy at all, but it's absolutely worth it. Towards the end, you will be able to make it into a bowl just like this. We oil up our pan and we leave it there for about an hour. After the 1 hour, you could see it almost doubled in size. Now what we need to do is to start working the dough a little bit and start shaping it into the shape of the mold that we have. You could use it in any kind of bread shape that you prefer. I used it like a loaf bread in this way. Important tip, make sure that you use oil on the tin so your bread doesn't stick. What I should have done here, when I left it, I should have made the scores on the bread. Apparently, that's the right way of doing it on rye bread. So this is my very first experiment anyway. People leave it overnight for the best results. I left it for about 4 hours, and it grew a little, and here I'm trying to score it before taking it into the oven. And after taking it out from the oven, it looks like this, really good, really golden, and it tastes amazing. I left all the timings, all the ingredients, all the numbers in the description box below. Remember guys, if you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and I will be happy to read your comments. And don't do my mistake, when you start cutting the bread, make sure it's cold before you do it. But typically I rush and I cut it quickly so I get it ready for the video, so I get my time to edit it. Thank you all for the support. See you in the next video.